If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new album in the description. We are getting a new Dreamville project in only a couple of hours. Yesterday we got this announcement for, the different time zones. It was today or yesterday. And today I wanted to go over the announcement, what this thing is, what we can expect on it, and how this all fits into the discography of Dreamville, and then also the way that Cole is trying to release his whole thing. So let's jump straight into this. So this project got announced by J. Cole on Instagram or social media in general with a little trailer. And in that trailer, we can see Cole and we can kind of see Dreamville. And at the end, we get the screen that says D-Day Gangsta Grillz Mixtape. And in the caption, he wrote, D-Day, a Gangsta Grillz Mixtape by Dreamville and DJ Drama, today on March 31st at 7 p.m. EST, so Eastern Time, and 4 p.m. Pacific Time. So whatever time zone you're in, look for when this is dropping for you. But we got to talk about what's actually happening. So we are getting a Dreamville mixtape in production and collaboration with DJ Drama. DJ Drama, of course, being a legendary hip-hop producer who's done many mixtapes and legendary tracks over the years, obviously most famously the Gangsta Grillz mixtapes. And now apparently we're getting a whole Gangsta Grillz tape just with Dreamville artists on there and Dreamville songs, then of course produced and overseen, probably executive produced by DJ Drama. So this is the facts. This is what's happening. And of course, we got to talk about this. First of all, I want to point out that it's kind of weird that it's dropping on a Thursday and not even Thursday night at midnight so that, all the streams could get counted, but on like a Thursday evening. Like, this doesn't really make sense to me since, as you all know, Billboard is collecting charts from Friday to Friday. So this thing is losing out on like all of that by only, it getting collected the couple of hours it is till Friday midnight or Thursday midnight. So that is the first thing that came to my mind. Second of all, we do not have any singles or anything so far. The only thing that is going on in terms of Dreamville right now is that Earth Gang just released their album Ghetto Gods and is now doing like all the videos for it. And, which is probably going to be a big part of it, we have Dreamville Festival coming up on April 2nd and 3rd, so this Saturday and Sunday with a lot, stars that I'm talking. Fabio is there, Lil Baby is there, of course J. Cole, Moneybagg Yo, Lil Wayne, T.I. I'm talking about everybody, okay? This thing is really, really, really big, and this is happening for the first time now, I think in 2 years since it got canceled in 2020 and then 2021 again or something. So this thing is big, and obviously it makes sense for them to release some new music before the Dreamville Festival is happening, but also then they could have just released it on Friday and play it the 2 days after. That would have made more sense to me. Anyway, so this is happening, probably then also used as promotion for this new mixtape. Now the title, D-Day. I'm gonna give you a little history lesson right here. So D-Day originally was the way that the U.S. then invaded France in order to attack Germany during World War II. So quite an important historical date. You probably had that in U.S. history in high school. Anyway, in modern military terms, it says in military, D-Day is the day on which a combat attack or operation is to be initiated. So this could mean that, this is only the initiation of something then also coming in the future. I'm talking about maybe a new Dreamville record, Revenge of the Dreamers 4. Unlikely because they are now dropping a whole mixtape, but still maybe a new Cole record. Maybe, the Fall Off or any of that. So that is kind of, this title, I think, has some deeper meaning than that, And this is like the Wikipedia definition, so this is official. Anyway, let's keep going. The last that we've heard from Dreamville was 2019's Revenge of the Dreamers 3, which did pretty well. Since then, they've kind of everybody, did their own thing. Cole released The Off Season, for example, which is another wave that he was riding on, and, people were watching him and watching the Dreamville crew very closely. As I just said, Earth Gang also dropped. And for DJ Drama, the last big album that he's worked on, of course, having several projects going on at the same time, but the last big project that he worked on and that he was like publicly credited for was Tyler's album, Call Me If You Get Lost, that dropped in June June of last year, so 2021. So that was the last big moment for DJ Drama, and now he's getting on with this Dreamville record. So that's got to be exciting. I loved Call Me If You Get Lost, so I'm hoping to see the same thing happen for this as well. As I said, no actual singles or no actual more information in terms of cover art or track list for this thing. We might get a track list later on today, so it might still drop, just a little bit before, the actual album drops. So be on the lookout for that. But as I said, look at the times when this is dropping and then kind of, calculate it for your time zone when it's dropping. Because I think at the time, this is like a big thing because it's not dropping at midnight. So everybody's going to be tuning in at like a random point during the day at like 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. So I think that's going to be you can see like the spikes of streams for Spotify right there. I think that's a really funny way to also look at it. As I already said, there is a trailer to this, so make sure you go check out Cole's Instagram to see the trailer. This is also only being promoted by him and not the Dreamville account, which is kind of weird, but obviously his account has a much bigger reach than just the Dreamville account. In that trailer, as I already said, we can see all the individual Dreamville artists that are going to be featured on there, kind of going through the whole roster, but also we can hear a first instrumental, a first beat, and it's like a typical, DJ Drama, just grand and kind of like almost aggressive, but then with these hard-hitting drums and horns in there. So this thing is sounding pretty epic, and I hope that we, can see a lot of the Dreamville artists that we haven't heard on those type of beats, just go off on here. Also, Cole, I'm expecting some heat from him. I do think that this could do pretty well commercially. We've seen that with the Revenge of the Dreamers 3 already, because some of the tracks just got carried by Cole, or, some crazy verse from Jid, or anything like that. This, of course, also then helps Jid and Boz and Ari Lennox to promote their upcoming album, because all three of them are dropping new albums still this year and still very soon. So that's kind of where it's at right now. Probably going to help out the whole roster and just cement their place as like a crew in hip-hop for having a DJ Drama Gangsta Grillz record. So that's pretty big for them. So I'm really excited for this. Just so I can kind of recap it, we're getting a DJ Drama and Dreamville mixtape. It's called D-Day. I'm talked about, the possible meaning of D-Day earlier on with the military term and all that. We don't have any more information on this, but it's dropping at a really weird time. That's kind of unique about it. Anyway, all of that, just my opinions, my excitement for it. Now I want to know what you think about this. Are you excited for D-Day, Dreamville, DJ Drama? What are your expectations for this? Who do you hope to see on there? Also in terms of other features, because it's also something that Revenge of the Dreamers 3 lived off of. All of that, please let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.